all great, all beautiful, especially since we, bottom right-hand corner of Daedalus Point from Imperative Gaming, we have Greg. It's a pink Terran. Pretty in pink. Top left-hand corner, the teal Zerg player from Ignotiq Gaming, ColdLogic. ColdLogic. It's good that Zerg player is named ColdLogic, considering Zerg can exist in space without any type of outfit or uniform. It suits the race pretty well. Oh, we're on Daedalus Point. The standings for these two teams, I have them right here. Imperative Gaming is actually about third to last in second division. Ignotiq Gaming being in the last place, 19 points for Imperative Gaming. Ignotiq holding A3. Must not have had much luck through the season. No real huge shenanigans coming out right now. Greg going for a standard wall. No gas just yet. It's a little too early for any kind of Reaper build, I suppose. No barracks right immediately after. There we go. We should see a reactor being thrown down at any second. Just there's the rally point for the worker, and we will see a Reaper opening with probably a command center following. ColdLogic might just go straight for I was going to say straight for hatchery, but spawning pool works as well, I suppose. Getting those queens out to deflect those Reapers. It's a very, very good choice. And actually going for the gas too, so he's going to go for early speed. ColdLogic wanting to make sure he can shut down those Reapers as fast as possible. It's like Greg's off, ready to finish his wall. No immediate CC right after. It's like he's might actually go with a lot of Reapers. We will find out. The drone is off for ColdLogic, about to hit the natural. And there's that finished wall for Greg, so hey, if there was any early pressure, then it would have stopped it. I don't think I've actually casted these two teams together yet. I may have casted Ignotiq Gaming 1 week. Forgive me, my head is not exactly on right. Let's see here. Queens are coming out. Second hatchery is coming down, so yay! We might see a little bit of a normal game. No huge shenanigans going on. Looks like Greg is setting up to drop his command center right after the Reaper comes. And ColdLogic actually seen the Reaper immediately. He sees the time of it. He knows that he's going to be just fine. He's going to have a queen out. He's already just minimally saturated on his minerals, and his speed is on the way. There will be 6 lings out, and a queen is up. And are there any Zerglings on the field? No, there are not. So 6 lings will be should be enough to hold it off, especially even though speed has about a minute and a half to go. But oh, only if that spawning pool is a little bit more up would have been able to block that Reaper. The Queen would have been able to stop it. So now this Reaper's just gonna scout around. He can't really do too much damage, and all this Reaper's trying to do is make sure that ColdLogic cannot get out of his base. He's trying to use the Queen, who might actually know he does not get the Reaper. The Reaper does scurry away. Queen being a little too slow. ColdLogic might want to think about dropping a creep tumor just to connect the bases in the very least. Back at Greg's base, we have a couple more barracks being thrown down. Looks like this will be a bio play. May see Marine Widow Mine come out. The factory is being thrown down right now. No upgrades just yet. Waiting for that command center to finish building, transform. Cannot blame him. We might see a drop, but ooh, there was actually a second Reaper, and they kind of almost got caught. Does not look like anything was lost, but these Reapers just stand there. They're gonna die, and they're gonna try and rush back in, but these Reapers are just gonna go down with only a little bit of scouting information. No real shenanigans coming out from ColdLogic, although he did make a ridiculous amount of Zerglings, so there's always that. And hey, look, we have a nameplate too. Looks like ColdLogic might try to stop this natural. There's only 5 army supply, and it's in production. This CC might have to get canceled and lift off. There's 2 Hellions, but 2 Hellions aren't going to stop all these Zerglings here. There are 16 Zerglings sitting at this natural. This is a really good deny from ColdLogic. This is going to allow him to catch back up with all these that could have been drones. These are 8 drones that could have been, that are now actually stopping the income of Greg. But Greg does not really need that huge of an income just yet. He is going to have a good amount of Marines and Hellions to fight off shenanigans if, you know, it tries to Baneling bust or something. And Greg, uncharacteristically using a supply drop, not using for mules. Oh, his Hellions trying to get a few pecks off at the Zerglings, but the Zerglings will back off for now. ColdLogic is starting to drop evolution chambers. It is making a semi-wall with that leads to his hatchery. Makes it a little bit easier to catch Hellions trying to run by, only giving him a couple choke points. It's ColdLogic dropping all of his gas. Might see a little bit of a roach push, considering that there's a roach war and Baneling nest coming up. This is a little strange, but I can see it working. Lair is on its way at about 8 minutes, absolutely standard, and well, the creep is here, and ooh, all those Zerglings get just fried. That was just a great hit by those Hellions. ColdLogic seems to be caught off guard a little bit, and now ColdLogic doesn't have any army. Roach Warren isn't quite done yet. He's going to have to make Zerglings, but this fat queen's just going to sit here, do everything it can to stop these Hellions, and, well, there was a transfuse, but he just didn't use it. I mean, that was just a huge flub by ColdLogic. One transfuse would have saved the day there, and now all these drones are just going to get roasted until these roaches can pop out. The roaches still have about 10 seconds left. Oh, man, ColdLogic is just in a bad way right now. These Hellions are just doing so much damage, and, well, Greg's just pushing back. Greg's pushing out with more Marines. There's roaches out on the field, but they get sectioned off. They need to focus down weakened units so that they can at least get something out of it, but looks like ColdLogic is just going to let them die. A couple more roaches are out, focusing down the Roach Warren. That's a really smart move from Greg. He knows that there's just not enough DPS, but he will lose his whole army, and we might not see another Roach Warren throw down because of how many drones were lost. ColdLogic might just counterattack and, well, be forced to, losing, really. There are a good amount of roaches. +1 will be done shortly, but Marauders are on the way, and these Hellions are just ridiculous. Units lost tab, 2,500 to 1,700, but the workers killed counts. 25 workers killed for Greg. ColdLogic is in a really, really bad way. If we look at the units tab, 29 drones only against 34 SCVs and 4 mules out and about. ColdLogic's really far behind. The only way he's going to be able to come back is to either play extremely greedy or hit Greg somewhere. He's got to do some kind of damage. But Greg's just going to keep the pressure up. He's going to try and storm up this ramp from ColdLogic while having the advantage of the high ground and a better surround point, unless he pushes out, of course, but should be able to hold off anything. But I think ColdLogic is just really scared. He doesn't have a third base coming up. He's rebuilding his Roach Warren right now and placing it a little bit better so that things cannot get around it. But with these roaches exposed like this little Bioforce could actually stop him. I'm sure that Greg sees it, because there goes the SCV, and, well, the roaches are there and exposed. I don't know why SCVs are coming this way. A little bit of a misrally there. No, looks like the rally's fixed, but there's the engagement. The roaches are caught off guard, out of position, and, well, while they are on creep, they do not have speed, and, well, there's that huge stim. There are 4 Marauders that are just going to annihilate this whole Roach army, and Greg's just going to take a huge commanding lead, and I'm not sure what ColdLogic can do at this point. He needs to be able to kill this army, and, well, there's just no army out there. There's 19 supply, but it's all in production, and I don't think 10 Lings and 6 Roaches will be able to kill this. Looks like ColdLogic might have to tap out. Oh, the units are popping. There's not going to be any Banelings. The Baneling nest did get killed earlier on. And, well, ColdLogic GG's, and Ignotiq Gaming drops their first game. Imperative Gaming picks up game number 1.